Dear friend, let me ask you a question. What do you do when life knocks you down so hard that getting back up looks so impossible? What happens when you pray, but the situation doesn't change, when you try, but nothing seems to work? Ever been in such a scary situation? If that's you right now, listen closely. The message in this video is for you. To every friend out there going through a rough patch in life. To those who feel tired, discouraged, and maybe even forgotten. I want you to know this: your current struggle is not your final story. Yes, things may be hard right now. Yes, it may feel like everything around you is falling apart. But hear this clearly: the downfall of a person is never the end of his or her life. Life has a way of testing us when we least expect it. Sometimes it is through some financial pressure. At some other time, it is disappointment from people we trusted and loved. Yet at some time, it is failure. The type of failure that hurts deeply. But then there is the fact that many people simply forget at such difficult times. Falling is human and normal. Staying down is optional. You may be on the ground right now, but you are not finished. What you do next is the main thing in all of this. The Bible reminds us of something powerful. With God, nothing is impossible. Not some things. Not easy things. Nothing. That is what the Bible said. That means your broken situation is not irreparable or final. Your delay is not a denial. Your weakness is not a dead end. Let me say something that might surprise you. What you are going through may not be happening to you, it may be happening for you. Yes, for you. The man who moves a mountain begins by carrying away small stones. Sometimes God allows us to fall so we can learn how to rise with strength, wisdom, and humility. Sometimes the struggle is shaping you for something bigger than you can see right now. You are not being punished. You are being prepared for better times ahead. So if you are presently down in any way, simply pick yourself up. Even if it is slowly. Even if you have to cry while doing it. Strength does not mean that you will not feel pain. Strength means you refuse to let pain define or defeat you. Take one step today. Then another step tomorrow. Pray even when your faith feels small. Trust God even when the road looks unclear. Remember, God specializes in impossible situations. Some of the strongest people you admire today once stood exactly where you are standing now. They were confused. They were scared. They were uncertain. But they did not give up, and neither should you. Let us take a look at the life of some of the famous people who had to go through the type of challenges you are possibly in right now. Michael Jordan. Do you know the basketball star who goes by the name Michael Jordan? Here is a person who was cut from his high school basketball team, a heartbreaking experience for any teenager. He however refused to give up like some other people ended up doing. Jordan went on to become one of the greatest basketball players in the history of the game. Would he have achieved this if he had given up on his dreams? This is what he had to say some years later during an interview. I have missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I have lost almost 300 games. On 26 occasions I have been entrusted to take the game-winning shot, and I missed. I have failed over and over and over again in my life. And that is why I succeed. Obstacles don't have to stop you. If you run into a wall, don't turn around and give up. Figure out how to climb it, go through it, or work around it. Yes. Those are the words of the all-time basketball star who goes by the name, Michael Jordan. Yes, that same man who became a legend on global basketball courts. The same man whose name is being used by some solid global shoe-producing companies to sell their sports shoes till date. Need another example? Fine. Let us take a look at yet another person that virtually went through hell to make it in life. Walt Disney. If you do not know this man, you can be forgiven. However, if you have never heard about him or his products, you must be a real Jen's product. Disney as a young man was fired from his newspaper job for a lack of good ideas. He then decided to start his first animation company in 1921, but that quickly went bankrupt. He ended up eating dog food to survive. If you were surviving on dog food because of the failure of your first animation company, would you start another animation company? Very likely not. But that's exactly what Walt Disney did. In fact, he had to restart several more times after that before finally becoming successful. Would you have been able to be as dogged as he was? Nobody achieves any success by giving up after some failures. Your life still has lots of value. Your purpose is very much intact. Your best chapter may still be ahead. So hear this and hold on to it. This is not the end. This is not your defeat. This is not your burial. It is actually your training ground. With God, nothing is impossible. And the downfall of a man is never and will never be the end of his life. Stay strong. Stay faithful. And keep going. If you found this piece inspirational, please let us know through your comments and very importantly, by subscribing to this channel for more of similar content and videos.